Hi, I'm Ale. Welcome to the second video of this programming course. Today we are going to perform the addition of two numbers in the Raptor program. In the last video I showed you how to use an algorithm. Remember that an algorithm has a beginning, a process, and an end? We start with two numbers, so the first thing we must do is to declare the variables. What is a variable? A variable is a space in memory. If you look, here I placed three text boxes to write these numbers. One text box for the first number, another text box for the second number, and another for the result. When we declare a variable, we are telling the program to open these memory spaces. In this exercise, we start with two numbers, the first one worth 4 and the second one worth 5. We also have to declare the result variable. We have not yet instructed the program to sum the numbers, so this variable has no value. For the moment, I will indicate that it's 0. In the process is where we are going to tell the program to put the sum of the numbers in the result variable. Then it will add number 1 and number 2, and the result of the sum will be placed in these text box. That is the end of our program. Result equals 9. Now we are going to run the program in Raptor. The first thing I'm going to do is to save the program. To declare a variable, we use the segment symbol. This symbol is used to declare variables and to perform arithmetic operations. I select it and I will put three symbols, one for each of the variables. I double click on the first one and this window opens. At the top, we will place the name of the variable. I will name the first variable number 1. The variable name cannot contain blank space. If you want to separate words, I recommend using capital letters or an underscore. The variable name cannot start with a number either. I recommend that the names you give to the variables be meaningful. For example, if we name this variable as N1, in a few months when you return to your program, you will probably not remember what this variable is for. If we name it number 1, just by reading the name, we know that it refers to the first number. This is a good programming practice. In the box below, I'm going to write the number 4. By writing a number, we are indicating to the program that the data type of this variable is numeric. I click on Accept. If you observe, here it shows that the number 4 is being assigned to the variable number 1. Now I'm going to declare the second variable. I will name it number 2 and indicate that it's worth 5. In the last rectangle, I will declare the variable for the result. I will name it SumResult and below I will write that it's 0. I put a 0 because I only want to indicate that it will contain a number. The assignment symbol is also used to perform arithmetic operations, so I'm going to place one more for addition. I told you that in programming it's read from right to left. I will first write in the box below so that you understand better. We wanted to add the number 1 and the number 2. Then it will make the sum and the result obtained will be saved in the variable that we write here. In this case, it's SumResult. I click on Accept. And here you can see it will perform the sum and the result will be saved in the SumResult variable. I click on the play button and it starts reading the instructions. In the left part, we see how it begins to open the variables. First, the result is 0 and after the addition it's 9. I will start it again for you can see. The user's window doesn't show the result. To display it, we have to add the output symbol. Here we want to show our result, which is 9, but the 9 is already in our SumResult variable. Here you can see it. Then all I have to do is to call the variable, and to do so, I only have to type its name. I click on Accept, and now we start the program. As you can see, it shows us the number 9. If we want to show a text before the result, we can do it like this. We open again with double click. I'm going to delete this for the moment. I will put a couple of quotation marks and write, the result of the sum is colon and space. I add a plus sign and then call the variable sum result. If you look, here I put a plus sign. This symbol in programming is used to join different data. For example, I put this sentence and joined it with the result variable. This is called concatenate, and it is only to join this data with this other one. I click on accept and start the program. As you can see, now the result is displayed with the text forward. Now, to have the numbers entered by the user, we have to do the following. As you can see, the output symbol is used to show data from the program to the user. Now, what we want is to introduce data from the user to the program. For this, we use the input symbol. I will place two inputs, the first one to ask for the number 1 and the second for the number 2. I double click to open it. What input does is to ask the user for a piece of information. When it reaches this instruction, it will open a window and ask the user to perform an action. In this case, we want the user to enter the first number. I'm going to write a message to the user in quotation marks because it says, enter the first number. Below, we will instruct the program to assign the number entered by the user to the variable number 1. Now I'm going to do the same for number 2. I will ask the user to enter the second number and tell the program to assign it to the variable number 2. I start the program, and when it reaches these instructions, we get this window that asks us to enter the number 1. On the left side, you can see that the program has already opened the variables. If you observe, the variable number 1 is worth 4 and the variable number 2 is worth 5. But don't worry, the variables are called this way because they can change their value. If we introduce a 7th and click on accept, what the program does is to substitute the value of the variable with the new value, which is 7. Now we enter the next number. I'm going to write a 6, and here we can see how it replaced the 5. It will now start the program. The program ends and the result is shown here, which is 13. That's all for today. I'm Ali, see you in the next video, and thank you very much.